Grind, for all of us, it's a grind. We're getting better each and every day.
You love camp.
Absolutely, it's just, time for us to be together as brothers, team, offense, defense, and get better.
In the old days, guys used to say they hated you.
Well, no, I just feel like, Coach Stoops, he's looking out for us so much, he just makes it so much efficient, there's no waste of time, we just get after it, and, it's really efficient.
Chris, what does it mean to have Darius back there with you guys?
Oh, man, it's beautiful, That just goes to shows you how mentally tough he is. For somebody to go through so many leg injuries. God has blessed me not to be that injured. Before, and to see somebody who's been injured like that before, seriously injured and come back, multiple times. That shows you how tough he is mentally.
What are you concentrating on in this camp? Where do you want to get better?
Concentration. It's getting back in the groove. Last year was my best year. I was a little disappointed in myself. I felt like I let the team down. And whatnot. And I feel like I owe it to coaches, my mom, my family, more importantly myself. To be better. So that's how I feel.
Is camp more fun because you're expecting to win more?
Yeah, absolutely. And just to be out here is a blessing. Some people don't wake up every morning. Just to wake up, come out here and do what you do. It's a blessing.
Derek.
Young guys, we have a couple actually. We have Cedric Dort, Michael Nesbitt. Man came out here a couple days ago. Camp started was his first day, and he just looks really fluent. For somebody that hasn't been here over the summer, you would expect him to be behind the 8 ball. He's right there, and that's just that's a good luck for his to have.
Derek Beatty mentioned the other day that there's pressure because basically anybody in the secondary could be a starter. What's the competition level like between you guys right now?
The competition level is really up there because everybody plays better, with the ones, and it brings up your level of gameplay, and just if anybody goes down, it's the next man up. So even though nobody's went down yet, it's still that mentality. It's just the competition is there, so it could be the next man up at any position.
There's been some chatter already about some of the freshman wide receivers, Epps and some other guys. Have you noticed those guys out there?
Yeah, I'm gonna give a shout out to Isaiah Epps. And, I'm gonna give it. What's the other one?
Ali.
Yeah, Josh Ali. Some guys got some burners, man. And that's real good for us. As a team. For some guys to be able to come in, year one and make a difference. That's good for us.
Coach Stoops mentioned simplifying the defense a little bit. How can that benefit your position group and you?
Simplifying the defense, that allows us to, see the call and get ready, so there's no waste of time, somebody's going to linger around trying to get the call and whatnot, we can get set. And that's, that's half of the battle right there, getting set for every play and knowing what you're doing, your assignment, so you can, get ready and, execute the play. I see, the biggest thing I see is that, they look up to us, and it's like if you have a younger sibling, regardless of what, if you're not a role model, you don't believe you're a role model, they look up to you, and I see, they pick up the things we do, and they call us out. So, it's just, you don't see everything you do, so it's for somebody to be able to call you out and tell you how you're doing, vice versa, that's good for us.
Everybody good?
I think you got a question.
Hey, Chris, I have a question. How do you feel being on the side of Kyle Melton trying to blitz off his edge? Is that an L? Is that an L, sir?
Kyle Meadows is a good, great tackle. You just have to come with that. You have to come with the pressure when you go and blitz with him. So, good guy.
Yeah.